Hi guys, Hail Mary me to everybody, it's MicheleMarieDalene. Today we're going to do a little bit of a tradition because of the fact is it was actually on July 16th, 2010 that my channel was created. And it is June 23rd, 2018 now, so it's been 8 years. And I thought, or just about 8 years, we would do a test using a keynote type system that you would use for doing presentations like PowerPoint. This is using Apple Keynote program from iWork. So I put a few slides together from Google Analytics, and I wanted to show you some of the history of this channel. How it's grown in a period of lifetime, last year, and 90 days. We're going to be using two statistics at this point, which is the number of minutes viewed and the number of views that were viewed by people. So let's go on to the first slide here. We'll start with the views. Let's begin by looking at growth from when I started on July 16, 2010 to June 23rd, 2018. Looking at the lifetime views, this is views now. You'll see that at the very beginning, I didn't have very many views at all. But you'll see that I did get lucky in some of the early years around December of 2012. That was the time of the coronation, okay? Around there. Actually, it's a little bit later than that, but not by much. And now we look at we saw some more views in the last, around September of 2016, or July of 2016. But those are irregularities. But if we look at what I call the traditional view of the graph, you'll see it's pretty much a asymptotic type of relationship. It's pretty much what the way it is. That's the lifetime views. Well, let's go through, take a look at a little closer up in the last year. This is the last 365 days of views, and you can see again, as I said at the beginning, that majority of the growth has been pretty steady up until May 24, 2018, and also we had another period from March of 2018 where we see the growth has been increasing. It turns out that the channel is growing in the last few months. Let's go down to the last 90 days so you can see closer what I'm talking about. Here we have the same view within 90 days periods of time. We can see in the last 3 months how much the channel has grown overall compared to the other ones. The peaks are about 90-day views are seeing about pretty steady. It's going up very slowly, but it's going up. Now that's the views. That's not the viewed watch minutes. Those are the people that clicked on the videos. At least watched like 2 or 3 minutes of them. But now during the same period, we will display the number of minutes watched. This is where it gets interesting, because the number of minutes watched is the information that the YouTube partner program is going to require to have within a year's time of 240,000 minutes. Well, clearly, as you can see, if we were to go by views, it would be pretty much not likely to get anything. So let's go take a look at this now, starting with the total amount of minutes viewed in my lifetime. Here we can see, just like on the clicks, that the graph is a little more consistent. as you can see, it definitely develops an asymptotic type of logarithmic function. It goes up a lot. Why? Well, I guess there's a lot of reasons. If you notice, the last year particularly, we've been pushing a lot of the live streaming. And the live streaming has been, you can know, they run for about 2 hours long each day. And so the number of people that watch the live streams who sit through the whole live stream means that they're going to be more minutes watched. Now this is lifetime minutes, so you can see that the end graph is very densely higher. Early growth, there's a couple spikes, but they're not consistent. Now let's go for this year, for the last 365 days. Now, we can see closer up what I'm trying to point out here. As we get closer, we see that the graph clearly starts to see some significant growth starting on November 11th, 2017, and it goes up quite a bit since that time, since 2017, November. And that makes sense, because that was really when we were pushing the live streaming and taking online chat questions, and that just basically, well, people will notice that, and they actually were interested. Now, let's get a little closer to the last 90 days. Now, here we can see that in the last 90 days, it's pretty consistently got peaks. We see two peaks. One is around the month, it's hard to read for me to see this, but it looks like it says June of, and now here and here, you can see one here, you can also see one around the period of March. So clearly, this means in short is that the channel is growing, because you can see that. But now let's talk about, what if you're just starting out? And what can we learn from the point of this slideshow? Well, that if you're a newbie, you will not have instant growth. Trust me, there's no add water and stir. Growth takes time. Depending on your channel content, you may see growth over several years, and it may be very slow. You need to promote your channel heavily. Now, how do you promote your channel heavily? Well, let's take a look at the most common ones. How to promote your channel: Facebook, Google+, Twitter, Dig, and Reddit. All those are very popular social sites. You could also put it on Twitch, but if you're starting out, putting YouTube channels, promoting YouTube channels on Twitch, it's likely to fall on deaf ears. Now, on the other hand, you can certainly post it onto other sites that you know, such as Tumblr, and other social media networks you know. I would suggest with the Reddit one, don't go too hard on pushing your channel too much, or you will potentially be considered spamming, so you might want to be light on that. So, okay, so you now know how to promote your channel. Maybe you're just starting out. So now, let's go to the next one. And this is next to the last one, guys. This is just more. Minimum to get started with on YouTube. Your cell phone camera. Any cell phone camera will do. Especially any standard Android or iOS smartphone that has an adequate amount of storage and has access to the internet, because that's the next thing: reliable high-speed internet. Why is that important? Well, depending on how long your videos is, I've uploaded videos that are about 300 megabytes in size for a 5 to 10 minute video. So unless you want to be sitting around twiddling your thumbs during those uploads, you definitely want to have a high-speed internet to make the paying a little less aggressive. However, one other thing you're going to always need is patience. If you're expecting instant satisfaction to go from 0 to a hero, say from 0 subscribers to 100,000 subscribers in less than a week, you are really, unfortunately, just so disillusioned. That is not going to happen for the majority of channels. Growth is going to take time. Now, I thank you for watching my first slideshow, and let's just say that was a really fun exercise from me to show you how I would do this. This wasn't the way I was going to do it, but because this was the way that was most practical, that's the reason we chose this format. I was going to use my very crappy video projector and a movie screen, but unfortunately, picture is just a little bit beyond atrocious, and so instead of actually using such a horrific screen, I decided to do a loop back, and I connect the second display in using a VGA to composite adapter, since my Raspberry Pi isn't working anyway, to my composite television. And I plugged it into where the camera was, and that's how I did this. And of course I plugged in my standard microphones and mixers like I usually do. And I think it worked out pretty good overall. I hope you can read the screen, and I hope you get the ideas. And I hope you appreciate the fact that I did take time to do all this work. It really was a bit of a challenge learning how to use iWork to do this. And again, I thank you all for watching this. Please do not be afraid to comment and subscribe to the conversation below. And don't forget to check out our sponsor, Tunnel Bear. Tunnel Bear protects your internet and keeps you safe. And you can always find out more by clicking on the link in the description below. Until later, thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.